This is Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine. I'm Jo Reed, and Leslie Fine is with me for the week, and we are talking about audiobooks. What did you say, Leslie, that inspires one not to be, not just even down in the dumps, but just meh?
Yes, yes. These are books that can help you rise above the meh. That's a good way to put it. Absolutely.
Okay, so what's going to help us rise above the meh today?
Well, today I think a lot of people will recognize that this is an author who is pretty good at bringing us through any sort of meh time. It's it's a novel by Fredrik Backman called My Friends. It's read by Marin Ireland.
And Marin Ireland has read the Beartown series, Fredrik Bachman's Beartown series, so brilliantly. I mean, and she's a golden voice.
Yes, and
Oh,
oh yeah, the Beartown series, another great collection.
oh, so good. She narrates his books to perfection. I mean, she really knows the work.
Oh, definitely. And I feel like this audiobook is no exception. She has that same ability to capture different characters with their, quirks and their crazy interactions. The dialogue is fantastic. She really is at her best once again in this audiobook.
Do you want to give us just a thumbnail sketch of what the book is about?
It kind of traces the lives of a group of teenagers and then years later another teenager. And in present day, her name is Louisa, and she's avoiding a return to foster care. She's right on the edge of aging out of the system. She's just kind of trying to make her way as she's missing her best friend. She's mourning the loss, and she's just on her own trying to find a way to live in the world. And she has this chance encounter at the beginning that puts her on this path. She gets connected to members of this earlier group of teenagers. So you have this modern contemporary teenager kind of making her way into the heart of a member of this earlier friend group. And so it's about friendship and loyalty, and then there's also this amazing element referring to the art world and painting and what art is and how it inspires us. So it's pretty extensive, expansive, the subject matter, but all of this, you have individuals, characters who are coping with challenges and difficult paths, and it offers up that inspiration that, hey, there are ways to make it through if you take a moment to look around and appreciate what's out there in the world. Look for the positive. So it's very encouraging in that way.
And of course, Marin is, as we mentioned, knows his work, but and is so excellent with Bachman's narrative voice and wonderful at conveying a wide range of characters.
That's absolutely the case here. It doesn't matter, I mean, young or old, which is a big part. We have that youth versus, there's a lot of that the narrative talking about teenagers versus old people, and it doesn't matter who is speaking. That I feel like Ireland does this amazing job of making them real, and even the narrative voice itself. There's that little bit of that ability to twist, and I don't mean that in a negative way, that ability to put a spin on the way a line is delivered that really can capture maybe the humor or the tenderness of a moment just so well. It's amazing range with this narrator.
I agree. Why don't we hear a little of My Friends? Do you have to set this up?
I think it would be helpful. We're getting a section here where we're introduced to one of the teenagers. Her nickname is Ali. We're getting introduced to her and how she sort of entered the group. And here you get a sampling of Ireland's ability to just immerse herself in a performance. You can hear the accents. You can definitely get a sense of both the humor and the sentiment in the text. So it's a nice little clip to sort of get an idea of that narrative range.
Okay. This is My Friends by Fredrik Backman, read by Marin Ireland.
We'd never met anyone like her. That's how Ted starts, with his eyes fixed on the glass of the window. It's so strange, he thinks, how we choose to tell a story. We hardly ever start at the beginning, because there were 4 best friends on the pier that summer when the artist painted the picture. Ali joined the gang last, but if you think that makes her least important, you don't understand a damn thing. Then you've never been addicted to another human. Ted got to know Yoar and the artist when he was 12. Yoar and the artist had known each other almost all their lives, but none of them could remember a childhood without Ali. They had just turned 14 the autumn she crashed into their lives, but the idea that there could even have been a time before her stupid giggling? Impossible. Her laugh sounded like a swarm of insects, he tells Louisa, because it did. A wild buzzing from her stomach to her lips. That girl was chaos, from her uncombed hair to her unbridled heart.
There are so many things I appreciate about Marin Ireland. She won in earphones for this, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I could see why she would.
For sure.
Her emotional intelligence as a narrator always strikes me. That ability to convey nuance, she really does that so well. You're getting text, but you're getting subtext and subtext all at the same moment.
Especially, I feel like, with the younger characters.
Yeah.
When you hear Louisa or the younger version of Ted, for example, they really are. They come alive. They seem like people you've had conversations with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, this is a perfect marriage, Backman and Ireland.
Yes, for sure. It's a great audiobook, definitely worth a listen, and certainly I think of this as one of those audiobooks that's cinematic, that I feel
Oh,
like I can see what's happening because of the way it's delivered with such care.
okay. That is My Friends by Fredrik Backman, read by Marin Ireland. Leslie, you're on a roll this week. Everything has been in earphones so far.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Keep it up.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. And this Friday, I want to remind listeners there's a bonus edition of Behind the Mic. AudioFile's publisher, Michelle Cobb, talks to Golden Boy's narrator, Bonnie Turpin, about the Gospel According to Sasha Renee, the first entry in the Gospel of Grace Women trilogy. It's by Sasha Renee Billingsley. That's this Friday, Bonnie Turpin in conversation with Michelle Cobb. Don't miss it.
Support for today's episode comes from Night Watcher, a psychological thriller read by Will Collier and Helen Laser, with an exclusive author's note from Daphne Wollstonecraft.